strange, isn't it, in the world of Harry and Meghan? Things come and go, just disappear into thin air. And then, of course, there's those unexpected bombshells that they like to drop every now and again without any prior warning. But what was the reasoning behind this world bombshell of their one-year-old daughter, Lilibet? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. I hope you can all understand me today, yes? Still got that sort of mix of hay fever, sore throat, you know, the usual stuff. Makes you feel a little bit gruff and, well, out of sorts really, doesn't it? Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're all keeping fine and dandy. Particular story, of course, is one of those that's ongoing simply because when we first saw the picture of Lilibet, it was a bit of a bombshell, wasn't it? You know, this is from a couple, if you think, that way back, even from their engagement when Prince Harry issued that statement about the media, they wanted to do things their way, privacy, everything was going to be exactly the way they wanted it. They got the wedding the way they wanted it, the gospel choir, you name it, absolutely everything. And by the way, you know, I'm not criticising the gospel choir. I thought they were wonderful, in fact, a great addition, and what marvellous voices they had. And actually, let's think about it, what a privilege to sing in such an historical venue as St George's Chapel. I mean, you know, definitely one for the CV. But back to this particular story, because as we saw when Harry and Meghan came over here for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, there was a lot of hype, you know, what would they do, what wouldn't they do, who would they meet, were they going to be allowed to be on the balcony stand with, all that sort of stuff. And it all proved really to be something of a damp squib, didn't it? Because we didn't really know whether they were coming or not. You know, they were keeping everybody on tenterhooks. And in defence of the British monarchy, I have to say this, it was very difficult to include them in anything other than what they were willing to participate in, simply because nobody was making commitments. If you remember, this was all down to the security detail that Prince Harry was having an ongoing battle, and we believe still is, with the Met Police here in the United Kingdom. And it's interesting, isn't it, because for someone like him to start to get really aggrieved over his security detail is a little bit strange when you consider that he's paying a colossal amount for security in the United States. But this particular bombshell really did shock a lot of people, simply because right at the moment that they landed back into California, we saw the picture. We didn't see anything of Lily or Archie during their time here in the United Kingdom. That particularly really did lead to a lot of speculation when you think about it. You know, did seem odd that they brought their two children over here and then we never got to see them. And then, of course, we had Meghan's hairstylist, George Northwood, who said that he was the person responsible for those beautiful hairstyles that she showed off over here in the United Kingdom, and he had met Lilibet and, of course, Archie, saying what a wonderful and charming and well-mannered young man he was. So why then did they truly drop that particular picture the moment they hit back into California? Well, according to a palace source, and it's a very good contact, let me tell you, it was a simple case of the big J. That's right, jealousy. According to them, and as ever we have to say allegedly, they just felt that they'd been overlooked, you know, sidestepped. You know, there could have been a lot more done to make them feel welcome, embraced back. And as we told you recently on the show, that particular story about Prince Charles having an emotional reunion with Harry and Meghan and the two children, very nice, very warm, very fuzzy, but according to another good source, that simply didn't happen. But the moment they did arrive back, and seen, of course, just how well received the other royal children were becoming thanks to their, shall we say, antics at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Yes, we're talking to you, Prince Louis. Well, that really made them want to share their own bundle of joy. And that truly is the reason why you got to see that picture. Now, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we'll never know how and when or if we're going to see another picture, or in due course whether they will want to share any more close family portraits. Either way, it does really shine a light on the mindset of Harry and Meghan, because I'm sure, given the fact that they've got two beautiful children, whichever way you look at it, then simply this could do a lot to, shall we say, reevaluate their brand, and more importantly, they're standing over here right now, which sadly is netting and rating very badly. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.